Hello, Jamie with Allen County Public Library here today, and today I'm going to be talking to you about fixing up your castle. In my castle, I'm the queen of everything, and it pleases the queen to have pretty colored lights and favorite doodads and knickknacks and special things on display. So come and let me show you some of my favorite things. I love using jars. I just think they're prettier than the original packaging of lots of the products that I used. This is my baking soda, and in this one I have some oatmeal. If you are going to use your jars for things like baking soda or other food things, make sure you know what you put in each jar. I have put baking soda in a jar and then forgotten if it was baking soda, baking powder, or what. So you need to know what's in the jar. If you need to label it, that's fine. These kind here are my favorite. This is an older style jar with this clamp, and it doesn't have to have a seal, but it still keeps your product. See, this has a little, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little slot right there, and that's where this flat part goes, and then when you clamp it down, it keeps your things fresh. This is an older style jar with the same kind of clamp idea. These kind have seals, and they clamp a little tighter and keep things a little fresher. This one my mom gave me. She said this belonged to her grandmother. I really love this one because it looks all beat up and looks like it's been well loved. So these are some of the jars that I like to keep things in. I love these colored ones. This is a new style I just got at the store. And you can also buy rings and tops that are the same color for these colored jars. And so that makes it really pretty. So I love using jars just because it's a prettier alternative. This light up globe is one of my favorite things to look at. I really love the movie While You Were Sleeping, and this globe reminds me of the scene in the beginning when the main character, Lucy, says that her father gave her mother the whole world. And every time I light up this sweet old globe, it just makes me feel safe and happy. It's meant to be a learning tool, and you can put these white spots, it's hard to do it one-handed, there we go, and then move this thing and then look through there, and you can see educational things about geography. So it's old, it's a Fisher-Price old globe. I don't even remember where I got it, but I do love this thing. I don't really move it around or do anything. I just use it as a nice little calm light. Baskets. Baskets are one of my favorite ways to store yarn and other craft items. I like to make things, so I have lots of things to use for materials for making things. So baskets are one of my favorites because I just love the muted colors and fibers, especially along with the yarn. This basket I made. I've taken several basket making classes. I made this one as well, and this one. This is a crocheted basket that I also made. This one was made by a dear friend and given to me as a birthday present. Chelsea took this basket class with me. These baskets have feet, so we both made one of these. And it's super nice to have an item that you made yourself, especially in your storage area. This one is kind of worn out. As you can see, the top is starting to peel a little bit. But I do love using baskets. I think they're pretty and useful, and I just really appreciate the aesthetic of using a basket to hold things. I also love scarves, and I have lots of scarves. This is some of the scarves that I have. And what I do is I got these chip clip container hangers somewhere, and I just hang them on the sides of my mirror, and then I put the scarves up there, and it makes a pretty decoration for my mirror when I'm not using them, and it's good storage for the scarves. I told you before how much I love boxes and containers of all kinds to keep things in. I like to keep buttons and paper clips or special little mementos, especially this little Mother's Day. It's actually a box that you can open, put things in. And I like to use tins. I like old tins especially. And I love colored lights. I have colored lights all over my house. This is above my kitchen cabinets. I like to put Christmas lights up there and just keep them there year round. I have these dim colored little pretty lights all over my house that I can use as night lights, and that's a nice thing. So just keep in mind that when you're fixing up your castle, beautiful things that make you happy will make your space so much more enjoyable. Don't worry about what other people think of your style or if things match. If it makes you happy, then it belongs in your castle.